How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Thorn's Jungle. We got a special episode for you. And I'm not in my, I'll like to say studio, but it's not. It's just my office with some cool shit in the background. We're at my brother's house, Scott, and we're going to be talking about my favorite movie of all time, Anaconda. I don't know why I love it so much. I've got my Anaconda shirt on and shit. But we're going to be talking about it, ripping on it, because, I mean, there's a lot of funny shit in there, but, yeah, welcome, Scott!
How's it going, everybody? It's good to be on, man. Thanks for having me.
Well,
This is fun.
am I having you, or are you having me? Because I'm at your place. So
It's your podcast, man.
yeah, a bit of both.
The Funhouse bar is equipped for any podcast.
Yeah, Scott's got like a full bar here. It's pretty fucking cool. There's like fridges. We're having a few beers. Yeah, it's cool. It's nice and relaxed. It's like, 33-degree days. So I don't know what that is. Fahrenheit, 90 degrees, maybe.
Yeah. And they can't see, but Adam is wearing an Anaconda shirt, the exact promo pic from the promo fucking posters that came out. When you can't breathe, you can't scream.
Yeah. Man, do you know how long it took me to find this bloody shirt? I looked
cool.
everywhere because it's not like an official Anaconda shirt. I had to get it from that like Redbubble. People just randomly make weird shit, and I found it. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta have that. I need, because I've got like, and this is a fun fact for you. I've got a bit of a collection of like Anaconda memorabilia. I've got like the media the promo kit that they sent out to like studios and stuff that have what are they, like production photos, and it's really cool
Behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. I've got the the CD track from Anaconda, which is a bunch of panpipes and shit like that playing, and then also, and I'm hell proud of this, the suburb Scott and I both grew up in, the video shop was closing down, and I went there and bought the Anaconda DVD. Although we were probably watching in VHS at first, but
Definitely.
I bought the DVD that they were selling at Video Easy, and it was the exact DVD that we probably hired fucking 100 times.
Every bloody weekend, man.
Yeah.
Weekends at that Video Easy. It was funny. I saw like someone was trying to sell it was obviously a gimmick, but it was like a candle, and they were selling it was like scent of Blockbuster, and like the scent was just like sweat and wet carpet. And this is like, yeah, body odor and wet carpet. That's what every fucking Blockbuster or Video Easy here in Australia smelt like. And
Yeah.
we spent every Friday night there.
Every
much.
Friday night, we'd get pizza and then like $2 worth of chips from the fish and chip shop, and then rent a movie. And I swear, my grease stains, like my fingery grease stains, are still on that DVD from when I was a kid.
It definitely would have started as a VHS, though. I remember watching that on VHS.
Well, do you know what I've got at home? I've got because our mum was clearing out the shed, and we've got all our old toys and stuff, and then like a full massive crate of VHS, and one of them in there was Anaconda, but what we used to do is, it was from the VHS that you have the two VHS set up, and you put the one in, you record it, and it's that one. So the one that we recorded from the VHS that we had rented, and in those like weird stickers, it had Anaconda, so it's still there.
I think that was my first paying job ever as a kid. Was every now and then, Mum would give me some money to copy videos that we would rent out because I knew how to rig up the fucking VHS players. And I'd just get the AV leads to sort of work and just, now you got a bootleg of this. And she used to pay me like a couple of bucks, like $5 or something.
You wouldn't steal a hat, or what is it? You wouldn't steal a purse. That was the DVDs that came out.
That
like,
FBI warning that would come up at the start. Like, we're going to track you down and kill you if you copy this.
Yeah, how the fuck would they ever know you were stealing a DVD, like pirating a DVD?
Also, not stealing. It's like, you wouldn't steal a car. It's like, yeah, but if I could copy it and have one of my own and the other original person still has their car, I would do that.
It's a victimless crime.
Yeah, I'd do that any day of the week. If you've got a car I could copy with a little fucking shitty piece of tech, I'll do it.
Yeah, fucking absolutely. But you watched Anaconda recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
little bit
I
of it.
watched it twice. So I tried to watch it Friday night. I fell asleep before we actually saw the snake. But I at least got through quite a bit of it, and then I watched the rest of it the other night, and the wife the next morning was like, "Oh, did you actually watch all of that?" She was blown away. Like, so my wife doesn't really give a shit about Anaconda and all that sort of stuff.
How
So,
dare she?
I'm watching it, and she's like, "Oh, that looks like J-Lo." I'm like,
Yeah.
"It is J-Lo." And then Ice Cube comes on, and she's like, "Is that some rapper?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Owen Wilson's also in this as well.
Yeah.
And she was like, "What the fuck?" All of a sudden, she got like excited to watch the movie again.
Yeah.
It's an all-star cast.
It is, and as well, it's an all-star cast, and a lot of the famous people in that movie, it was like their first role. Like that was J-Lo's first, I think, on-screen debut, and Owen Wilson.
That was the first for Owen Wilson.
I'm pretty sure.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
J-Lo, there was some scenes at the start of the movie that I see her walk into the shot, and like you could tell she was an amateur. Like, just taking directions. It was pretty funny. Like she comes in and asks a question, and like looks around with her arms kind of half up, and just like, that's But good on her. She got through it.
And how's this? Do you know who they had in mind for her role, but couldn't do it because of other commitments? Gillian Anderson.
Oh shit! From the X-Files.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that was the commitment why she couldn't do the movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She's too busy fucking fighting off aliens with Mulder.
Exactly. Didn't have time for the Anaconda.
Dude, that's just changed my whole world. Like to imagine her in that movie, that'd be.
Do you know who they had in mind for Paul Cerrone, who is John Voight's character? They had what's his name? Jean Reno. You know the French dude from Godzilla?
Yep.
That guy. They had him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have done a good job.
Remember
as well.
when we were in Malaysia, in KL, in that hotel, and we watched that sick movie with him in it?
Yes. All in French as well.
All in French? Yeah, that guy. He would have been good, I reckon.
He was a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got to say, John Voight did an incredible job.
Oh my! Like John Voight, like he got the the Raspberry Award or something for that role. You know, it's like the worst fucking movie or actor award or something like that. But he was fucking great in it. I mean,
he stole the show, and facially, he's doing his best Robert De Niro impression the entire time.
Yeah, for
with
sure.
Just that upside down smile, just like peering
I don't
over
know.
his own nose.
I don't know how he does that. He's grinning, but with a complete frown look on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, like he
That's
looks
art.
like he's the most upset in the world, yet like content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like this smug smile that just is like like how you would draw a frown.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a completely upside down U that goes over his whole face.
Actually, another thing, that was Danny Trejo's first movie. Remember him at the start? You know, Machete?
Oh, I know Danny Trejo. So committing suicide?
Yeah, that's him.
I got to say, that's one of the most brutal opening scenes
It is.
I've ever seen for a thing. Like, they set the tone. They do that weird thing with the camera angle. Whenever you think it's from the snake's point of view, it like kind of kinks on like a little bit of like a 20-degree angle or something like that through the water or whatever. And they show this boat in the middle of fucking nowhere, and the sun's rising. And this guy's at like he's stressed to the max, so you get the feeling that he's been fighting this thing all fucking night, and he climbs to the highest spot, and it's got that religious symbolism, like it's like a big cross. And he climbs to the top of the cross and kills himself.
Yep, he would rather shoot himself in the head than be taken in death's embrace by the Anaconda.
Yeah, and it's fucking such a. And by the way, when I was watching that opening scene, the first thing that really like I've watched this movie a million times with you growing up, but I haven't seen it for probably like 10 years. And when you said you wanted to talk about it, I was like going to check it out again. The soundtrack fucking popped out. But it sets the tone so well, and it was all done by I don't know if you know the guy that did the composition of that.
Nah.
It's
I've got the soundtrack on CD.
It's Randy Edelman, or something like that. Randy Edelman. And so this guy was like known for doing like goofy comedies in the 90s. So we're talking 97 when this movie comes out, right?
It wasn't Danny Elfman, was it?
It wasn't Elfman. It wasn't The Simpsons. It wasn't that guy. It was Randy Edelman or something. But he was known for like he did fucking Kindergarten Cop.
Ah.
He did Ghostbusters 2.
Shit.
He
yeah,
did
right.
a whole bunch of these great goofy comedies. Fuck, there's a whole bunch more. If you want to get on Wikipedia and check out like all these weird, he did Billy Madison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was all.
Jeez.
He was a comedy kind of. He made like
A lot of
a
upbeat
good,
sort of stuff.
yeah, lighthearted sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And this was like his darkest role.
Like ominous sort of.
And Jesus, he did a good job of it.
Yeah,
Like,
hell
it was
yeah, he did.
So creepy at the start of that movie.
Yeah, I mean, and you look into that scene, and like it's smashing the, then there's that slow motion of the nail flying past his head because it's bashing through the floorboards and stuff. It's like
and then later on in the movie, they get back to that boat, and you see fucking
Ice Cube.
Mateo or Ice Cube.
oh wait,
I think it's Mateo.
no, it's Mateo. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
And he's like stepping carefully over that exact same
He nearly
hole
falls
in the floor.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, and that's one of those things where I didn't like it. I mean, look, let's be honest. This is my all-time favorite movie. I watch it probably once every couple of months, and it wasn't until like, yeah, it was a while that I know I was like, that's the same boat he was, and he's Danny Trejo's character. They were poachers.
Yeah.
That's why you see like monkey cages and stuff on the boat. Even when he like on the scene where he shot himself, there's like monkeys and birds and stuff in cages because they're poachers.
You see the news article on the wall as well.
Yeah, and that
comes later in the movie.
And I'll tell you a funny story. That news article, and they're all holding the anaconda, like John Voight, aka Paul
Pretty
Simon.
fucking small one, to be honest.
It's a little one, but it's a real anaconda. Like
Right.
that is a real anaconda, and they're holding it. And I've always wanted to recreate that photo. Like holding I mean, that's a big snake. It's probably 12 foot, which is a fat snake. And I did on Kings of Pain when we caught that anaconda, which didn't make it into the fucking show for some reason. But I've got a photo of me holding the anaconda, got it by the head, and Rob's got the rest of it.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
We could have done it with the reticulated python.
Oh.
Because that was a long fucking
That was
snake
good.
we
Yeah,
had.
man, that would have been a nine footer for sure. Yeah.
Easy. It was a lot taller than me.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a slender one. It wasn't in great shape. But yeah, just like holding a snake that you need more than one person to hold. You want that photo.
Yeah. You got these 6 fucking people that you've paid, 50 cents an hour.
Yeah.
Catch a snake.
If they're lucky.
Yeah. I mean, imagine being a poacher in the Amazon. You just got like manpower at your disposal.
Oh, no,
eh?
yeah. Fucking hell. But like the thing is, actually, that's another scene. At the very start, you'll see a glimpse shot of this hotel there. That the hotel they're staying at the very start,
Where they all meet and they're about to get on the boat. And,
Yep, that one. That one, and I was like, man, that looks absolutely amazing. That hotel, and I looked into it. I looked into it a while ago, and it blew me away. This hotel. It's called where is it? I saved it because it was that cool. What is this? Anyway, it's called it's like as a real Amazon towers. I can't. It's spelt weirdly, but these were like the most famous hotel in Manaus, which is like the gateway to the Amazon, and it consists of like 6 or 7 towers, like all sort of. That are linked up via like real tall boardwalks, right?
All right.
And like I'll show you some photos, and man, this place would blow your fucking mind. Hey, let me just look. But
so
they were on
basically
like
what you're saying is like the place they filmed is a real hotel you can book right now.
Yeah, 100%. It yeah, there it is. There, it's called the Ariel Amazon Towers. And actually, Scott, if you got your phone there, just do a quick, honestly.
I don't have my phone here.
All right. Well, anyway, it'll blow your fucking mind because they were on location, at this actual hotel because it was filmed in the Amazon jungle. Well, a few scenes were.
Yeah, it was, and for its time, this is 97.
97.
97, and a budget of 45 million for this movie.
Yeah. I'm not too sure, but that sounds about...
Sure it was about that, and it's one of those things that, like, although the critics fucking hated this movie, It made like 130 at the box office that weekend.
It was one of those things where it's been just
All
scroll
right, so Adam
scroll
showed
through
me some
that.
photos of this.
Scroll through this place.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Looks like fucking Jurassic World.
Yeah. How insane is
Oh
that?
my god, I'm booking.
No, it closed down in 2015. It is still there, abandoned. It's completely abandoned.
Yeah, one of these photos looks pretty damn abandoned.
Yeah.
And if you
It probably
abandon a
wasn't.
place in the Amazon, it's going to disappear in like 6 months.
Oh, yeah, it'd be gone by now.
The jungle will consume the shit out of that.
How fucking
But
cool
how
is
cool
that?
is... Oh my god. That big, like, circular, like, triple story thing right on the water.
There's 6 of them. There's 6 of them, of those tower hamburger things.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Arial?
It's Ariau with a little squiggle on top, but fucking...
Amazon Towers.
If you're listening, check it out and you'll get involved.
It is insane.
Fuck, that looks like a cool place to stay.
Yeah. I was...
Because let's face it, no one got attacked by an anaconda at that place.
That we know of. Might be why it closed down.
The movie kind of made it look cool. And you know what? That's such a good opening scene. I love when those movies do this thing where it's the everything okay scene.
Yeah.
Right? And it's the whole expedition. That's probably the wrong word for it. But anyway, you get to know everybody.
Yeah.
And so there's this weird little backstory where fucking J-Lo's character is obviously friends with Ice Cube's character.
Yeah.
There's no sexual tension with her or anything like that. It's kind of just like, oh, fuck, it's a friend helping me out.
Yeah.
It's like someone getting their first big break
and he
to
even
do their first feature documentary.
And he
right?
even says that. He says that in the movie. He's like, you know, pretty much insinuating, like, could you imagine us being here? Like, you know, like from the hood. I mean, Boys from the Hood. That's what I want to say. Even he was in the movie Boys from the Hood.
Yeah.
But like, you know, 2 hood guys. Now they're out filming this massive documentary, and it's for and it doesn't say this in the movie at all. I found out ages ago. It's for National Geographic.
Oh shit.
And I know that from the second one, Anacondas. There's reference to it. This guy's like, man, I knew these guys, I knew these people, and they were filming this documentary about these, you know, people of the mist. And it was a National Geographic.
People of the mist. Shirishama. And
people of the mist.
That's such a strange story. So like trying to get the cast together. So you've got
Eric Stoltz. Eric Stoltz is actually
but what was his role?
He was an anthropologist.
So he was the guy feeding the information to the presenter to talk
Westridge.
about.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So you had the presenter. You had Cadbury from
Richie Rich.
Right?
Westridge, his name is in the movie.
Australian actor.
Yeah, he
that
is.
never has an Australian accent in any movie he's ever done.
In any movie, never.
But so you have him. You have Eric Schultz, who's obviously like the biologist, the guy that's got the information. I don't know if he's a biologist.
Eric Stoltz, he's an anthropologist. Yeah,
right. So he's more involved. He seems to know a lot about animals, but he obviously cares more about tribes. And that sort of shit.
He actually never makes any reference to animals.
Well, he does
before he fucking.
He does when he talks about the thing swimming up his urethra.
The kangaroo. Yeah, you're right.
So he seemed to know a bit about animals and a bit about the threats of the Amazon and shit. So he was a pretty smart guy. Also,
well, he's a professor. Professor Kale is his name.
Professor Kale
in the movie.
Well, get back to his role later on because I don't understand what really happened with him. But fucking. So you got him. You got J-Lo as the producer.
Yeah.
Right. Kate is her name. Is it something like that?
I don't know. Yeah, it's something
it's
like that.
J-Lo.
It's of
Jesus
no consequence.
Christ. Yeah. Anyway, and you got Ice Cube's cameraman.
Yeah.
You've got Owen Wilson as the sound guy.
You know what? Owen Wilson's the sound guy, and his girlfriend, Little Baby Bird.
Yeah.
She's like the. What did she say? Because when Westridge is like, "Can you take my band?" She's like, she's the production manager or something. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm the production manager. I'm not a bellhop. And he's like, well, surely you can manage my things to my cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that scene gets recreated later on when Paul Serron, John Voight's character, after he takes over the ship, he asks.
Oh yeah, I'm not your bloody poodle.
He asks him to take shit up there, and he refuses to do it.
And he slaps him around.
Oh man, that's one of the most brutal scenes.
Yeah, he does it. He does two say, and then fucking grabs him by the hair.
You've got to get into how the fuck this weird guy that they picked up on the side of the river ends up taking over. All he had to do was convince one guy, and he takes over the entire ship when they wake up the next day. So that's an interesting thing. I don't know how that happened.
That's a thing where like, and it's like after watching it, you know, probably 100 times or more than I have, you understand that. So they get caught up. The propeller gets caught up in a rope, and then Professor Kale dives. And well, the thing is, like, he dives.
All right. So if we're going to move on to this story a little bit, just so they all meet up and they go on this fucking wicked journey.
Yeah.
And they're trying to find the Shui Shaman.
The Shirashama, yeah. The people of the mist.
The people of the mist. All right. So it's supposed to be a documentary about tribes, people that have nothing to do with Western civilization or something like that. These hidden tribes.
Well, they don't even know if they exist.
They don't even know if they exist at the time. It's a myth. All right, cool. And so then they start going. They find this dude stranded along the way, right? Paul Sarong.
Yeah.
Who's the most obvious villain you've ever seen in a movie ever.
Well, that's what is so cool about his character is the movie's called Anaconda. It's about anacondas killing and eating people. Yet the anaconda ain't the villain. Paul Sarong's the main fucking villain.
He is. He leads them right to him.
Yeah.
And so his goal, he's a poacher. He's trying to get these fucking massive snakes because he thinks he can sell them alive. He wants to catch it alive. Yeah. He doesn't want a dead one.
Maybe $1 million, Gary.
Exactly. And so what happens is that in one little conversation with a guy that starts with the most cryptic way to start a conversation. So this is Gary. This is Owen Wilson and his wife or his girlfriend at the time on the back of the boat, and it's time to go to bed. And then all of a sudden, Paul Sarong from the middle of fucking nowhere just goes, "Danger,
danger, society."
That's it. That's all he has to say. And it's piqued his interest, and he's like, I'll catch up with you later. I'm gonna talk to this guy.
That was after Professor Kale got wasped.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Professor Kale's already out of the thing, and Paul Sarong's kind of tried to prove himself to the team by helping out.
Well, yeah, because so they've saved him, and then he does the fish river style. You know, when he catches a fish with the spear.
Yep.
And then he's chopping it up on board. And they're asking him, like, "Oh, what do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I was a preacher." So he was like a priest.
He was studying for the priesthood.
Yeah, and they're like,
and
"So what does
the real world?
What does a failed priest do?" In the other? And he's like, "Fail? Doof! I didn't fail. Doof! Who said I failed?" As he's chopping up the fucking fish. And one of the best like movie lines, like I really love it, is when we're like, "Oh, we're looking for the Shiv Shaman." He's like, "Oh, the people of the mist." And Professor Cal's like, "Oh, you've heard of him?" He's like, "I've seen him." And everyone's like that. And then Westridge is like, "So does anybody after 5 whiskeys in the bar?" and John Voight hears it. Someone hears it and goes, "5 whiskeys? There's breakfast on the river." Like, oh, that's sick. And then
they've all seen them.
yeah, exactly. And then like the chick on Wilson's bird, he's like, does salad go well with fish river star? He's like, salad goes perfect, little baby bird. And then he calls her that all throughout the rest of the movie. Yeah. Little baby bird. He's from Paraguay as well, apparently.
Yeah, I know, and he commits to that accent. I don't know if it's an accurate accent.
I've never been to Paraguay.
Never been to Paraguay. I don't know if they talk
legit.
like John Voight in Anaconda. But that'd be awesome. I kind of want to go to find out.
I mean, well, the thing is that from Paraguay, John Voight's white as fucking all fuck. So he's like, maybe he's a Westerner that came over and was, brought up over there.
Like a missionary. He has a sketchy past, right? So this is the thing about Dr. Kale or whatever, Eric Schultz's character. So he knows a bit about Stoltz. Sorry, Schultz. Fucking. It's ruining my life.
Yeah.
So Eric Stoltz.
Again?
I'm not going to get away with this.
Just think
apologies.
of Stump, Stoltz.
Anyway, I'll just call him Dr. Kale. So he gets in and...
Professor Kale. No,
do you have any idea what wasp... So what happens? So he goes in and he has to put on his tanks and shit like that to unhinge a propeller that's caught up in one of their own ropes. The fucking idiots. So they got their own ropes caught up in their own propeller, and then he goes ahead and tries to free it, and he has to dive to do it. And so there must have been a wasp in his regulator already when he put it on.
Well, that's one
Do
of
you
the
know what kind of wasp that was?
It looked like a tarantula hawk, which
kind of
black with bright orange wings, and a tarantula hawk wouldn't. It depends how you react to the venom, but it would close your airways if you swallowed it and it stung you.
If it stung the inside of your throat, it'll close your airways. But
if you had a bad reaction, it swelled up. But the thing is, now this is the thing. Now, you only really realized that it was actually John Voight's character, Paul Theron. He put the wasp there. They planted the wasp, and you don't really get that because you hear him go, "Are you sure you don't want me to do it? This river can kill you in a million ways." And he's like, no, I'll do it. So he goes in, and you don't actually know. But when he's tied up at the reverse waterfall scene, which we'll get into, she's like, J-Lo's walking up to him as he's tied up, and he's already been the villain, and she's like, you did this, you did that. And he goes, how can you forget about the wasp?
See, the way I read that was him talking about when he did something good, trying to redeem himself. I didn't think that was him confessing to doing it.
Well, you could go both ways with that, but he's being so smug. She's like, and you did this, you did that, and he's like,
a smug little fuck.
yeah, and he's like, how can you forget about the wasp? And then she punches him.
So that's an admission of him doing it.
I think so. Like that's the way I got it. I think so.
So in thinking about it, it was along those lines. That was probably him that got the rope tied up.
Well, that's the thing. Like the rope might have fell off the back or whatever, and then got entangled. But you never know because him and Matteo, who was the captain of the boat, are in colludes with each other.
Yeah.
Because you see the way they look at each other.
They know each other.
Yeah, I mean when you see him, Cerrone on the boat going, help me, I'm stranded. You see Matteo and they sort of make eye contact.
They definitely know each other. So Matteo was definitely part of his crew at some
100%.
point and knows who the fuck this guy is 100%.
They planned it.
Yeah.
If he knew he was a dodgy guy, it would have been like, oh, fuck this guy. Don't pick him up. And he's in the photo of them holding the snake.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why she holds it up at the end. Like, because Matteo's part of it.
And she even says, she goes, it's something like, you stranded, Matteo. Like, they had planned it. Like, they're going to use these people as almost bait for the fucking Anaconda.
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a big thing. They planned it.
But what I don't understand is what kind of condition Dr. Kale was left in after that wasp sting.
Well, that's another thing. Paul Theron saved his life.
I know. So they got the wasp out, and so the wasp might have stung the inside of his throat, and his airways are blocked. And the way to save him was to cut a hole in his throat and put a little pen So all of a sudden he can breathe again. Yet he falls into the condition of the Hollywood coma.
Yeah.
Which is the coma of convenience.
The days of our lives sort of coma.
The coma that you only come out of when you're needed to do one task and then you go right back into it. Right?
Where he stabs him with the tranquilizer.
That's it. He comes out and then the guy squeezes his throat, he starts bleeding a little bit more, and then he's out again.
Yeah.
For a couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who suffers a little bit of blood loss and passes out
it wasn't
unconscious for a couple of days?
It wasn't even a blood loss thing. First time he didn't lose any blood except from the tracheotomy.
Yeah.
But it's like
an anaphylaxis thing, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that could do it. But if anaphylaxis put you in a you'd die. You'd be dead. It's just a convenient Hollywood coma.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about Paul Theron as well. John Voight's nearly 6'3", so he's like an imposing character.
John Voight's 6'3"?
Yeah. He's 189 centimeters.
Wow.
He's a big fucking dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so like he's a good villain. If they used like Jack Nicholson was also mentioned, and as they wanted to cast him and stuff like that. I mean, he would have been fucking good though.
He would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give him that.
Yeah, but I don't know if he could have done the voice very well.
Yeah, no, I'm because I don't know a lot about John Voight except for Anaconda. Like to bring it back,
National treasure as
97.
well.
I saw like the promo that you've got on your shirt.
Oh.
I had on a promo card from the movie
I've
because
always been jealous of
I
this.
went to the sneak preview of Anaconda for a friend's birthday in, I can tell you the exact date, April 20th, 97. Because that was Mitch Smith's birthday.
Oh, really?
I shouldn't have said his name. Let's say
That's
Mitchell. No, Mr. Smith.
I'm sure out of 8 billion people, there's more than one Mitch Smith on the planet. And I'm sure he's not listening.
Well, he claimed he was the only one. Anyway, I remember going to a birthday party and seeing that fucking movie, and all of us going for a sleepover afterwards and being fucking terrified. I remember having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the fucking night, and his toilet was kind of in his laundry, and there was a bunch of like just dirty laundry in the laundry. And I swear it moved, just like the fucking
the weed on top of the water.
So in my mind, there was an anaconda underneath that. I better piss real quick and get the fuck out of there.
You better drain your anaconda.
97, like I'm a 10-year-old kid. I'm scared shitless, right?
Yeah. Because I was in year 4, so I would have been 8, and I was always like, now I'm jealous of you being able to see that sneak preview of Anaconda, because I remember when you saw it. And you told me about it, and you were like, the one scene you mentioned, and that was the Black Panther, or melanistic jaguar, being squeezed by the anaconda so tight, its eyeballs popped out.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking about that, going, holy shit, this movie's crazy. I don't know if I want to see it. Sounds hell scary. And then, like, I watch it now, and oh, man.
That's the worst
scene,
job
oh, my
ever.
God, that fucking jaguar, man. It's just a taxidermy job. Is like, at first it's sort of moving around, still looks bad, but when it's wrapping around it, it's just got its mouth open. It's like, rah, rah, and it's just completely taxidermied statue of it.
And that's also the first thing you see of the snake.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not the snake.
Well, that's another thing as well.
Because it's tiny.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So when they were making the movie, they made 2 snakes. Mm-hmm. They made
because there are 2 snakes. There are 2 main snakes.
I don't know how many snakes there actually are, because I don't know when do they swap from the small one to the big one? I didn't know, and then I paid close attention last night, and I think I know. But there's the 25-foot animatronic they made, which is called the Warrior Anaconda.
The Warrior Snake, and Paul Cerrone mentions it.
You
killed my warrior snake.
Yeah.
Or whatever, because that one was dead before they got to the big smokestack thing at the end of the movie.
Well,
right?
So that's the thing. Like, there was a 25-foot animatronic called the Warrior one, and then the Queen snake, which was a 40-foot snake. But, like, she fucking shoots it in the head at the waterfall scene,
So
and it goes, that one's gone.
And that's what Paul Cerrone's upset about. You killed my warrior snake. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Because he killed, and that was a big fucking snake. That's the one that he catches with the monkey bait and all that bullshit.
That cracks me up as well. It's like, let's catch an anaconda. Let's use a monkey on basically a big fishing fucking hook. Right,
which for some reason the boat was equipped with.
Yeah, this giant.
It's a huge rig that's going on there to fish, and it just appears on the back of the boat. Like Paul Cerrone didn't have that with him.
No,
and it certainly wasn't in that trunk of goodies that he rescued from that other abandoned boat.
The only thing that was in that fucking trunk was a net that he ended up using,
and a massive rolled up piece of snake skin just to prove that he knew his shit.
He just unrolls it like it is all intact.
Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and he's like, and that's like, where he does that famous like, "Hey, don't make me out a monster. I didn't eat the captain."
Yeah. And that was even that was after because the way Mateo dies is fucking cool. Like, so by the way,
great death.
So it's in the 90s. So there's that great combo of animatronics and CGI.
Yeah,
the CGI for that film, I looked into some stuff about this. Cost them $100,000 per second of CGI.
Yeah.
And you know what? It ain't bad.
It's
not bad. There's some scenes that suck, but there's some things that are pretty fucking good.
That scene, when it is swallowing, like I was paying close attention tonight when I was watching it, after hearing that it cost them $100,000 per second, when it's swallowing Paul Cerrone in the logging building thing.
Yep.
I was looking at its body on the floor and the scales and stuff I was like, that is fucking amazing CGI.
Mint. And the way it moves across the floor, the way it goes up that ladder
and
and gets Paul Cerrone, that looks fucking great.
Yeah.
But then they couple that scene of swallowing Paul Theron with what I would say is one of the lamest bits of cinematography I've ever seen, which is a camera angle from inside the snake looking through, and it looks like a fucking diagram from a kid's science experiment. And they're just like putting him through like he's on a fucking
morgue tray,
morgue
being
tray,
slid
coming
in.
back in through this pink fucking. Oh my god, that is the worst.
Oh man.
And the amount of money they would have spent on that scene to get John Voight to do this, to actually put him in this weird, elaborate setup, and it lasts for about a second and a half, 2 seconds on screen. It is the worst camera angle I've ever seen in my life.
It was like, I love the idea of it. I love the idea of point of view from inside the snake, getting somebody put in, but it just like opens up like a door. And he just gets slid in.
Door.
Yeah,
like it's waving in the wind still.
Yeah, like
for some reason, the internals of this snake's throat is at the whim of the breeze,
and it's just
crazy.
And it's just one big tube as well. Like it's just not the way it works. And he's being slid in like a pizza in a fucking pizza oven. Like,
so yeah. We're not going to defend the terrible aspects of this movie.
The whole fucking movie's shocking in its own way, but like. Bad in the best fucking way possible.
Like for instance, we talked about the monkey being used as bait and stuff like that. And when the monkey gets spat by the
onto Westridge,
the snake comes up and spits a terrible looking stuffed animal of a monkey onto Westridge, and it's in slow motion as well.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like that's like. Like when here's another fun fact for you. You know when Owen Wilson's character dies, and it like wraps around the pole and then like gets him, and then the pole breaks and he falls back in the water.
Yep.
On the actual trailer for that movie, they hadn't done the CGI yet, so he falls back in the water and there's nothing grabbing him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they hadn't put the CGI in yet.
Well, you can still tell he's going to die. He's
fallen
into the water of the Amazon on an Anaconda movie.
Yeah, and like obviously it's doing what it does, wrapping around him in the water and stuff. And then there's that one shot of him like coming out, and he goes, oh, as it rolls past. I'm like, oh man! And then it swims past, and you see the shape of him in the belly and shit.
Yeah, and you can see his facial features.
Yeah, his face is sticking through.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But so this is one thing I want to ask you about, because these were monster movies in the 90s, and we had seen monster movies that were obviously not real things. We'd seen Jurassic Park, we'd seen King Kong, we'd seen stuff like that, right? As far as a cinema goer is concerned. The only other real world comparison we really had was like Jaws.
Jaws, yeah.
And so Jaws, the shark in Jaws, was it that big compared to a real shark? Could there be a shark that big?
There are sharks even bigger, whale sharks and basking sharks.
No, I'm talking about a great white, like in Jaws.
So the one they use in Jaws, the robot, they used too, and they called him Bruce. They were 30-foot animatronics. That's
not outside the pale of a great white.
It is by about 9 foot. But it's not bullshit big.
That's not like King Kong being the size of the Empire State Building.
No, not at all, not at all.
Or anything like that. And same with this Anaconda. There was an element of realism that's like, yeah, it's a big one, but it's still one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's believably big. It's not stupidly over the top like the 25-foot one they used. See, the 40-foot one came into the movie when Paul Theron's got him trapped in the soaring
the final big scene.
You see, and I had to pay close attention to differentiate which was the warrior and which was the big one.
The big one is more red.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because the other one's got like the green stripes on his head. The other one, the big one, is red as fuck.
Full blown. And you see the size of its head when it bites Paul Theron on the shoulder when he's climbing up the ladder. And you're like, that, because when you see it opening its mouth to like swallow Westridge, you're like, okay, that's a believable sized anaconda head. But then when it grabs Paul by the
So
the
get back
shoulder.
to biology. What are the sort of upper limits of an anaconda?
So,
lengthwise?
see, this is the most annoying
I
thing.
know they're the heaviest snake in the world.
Yeah, but they are on average, but they like so anacondas And it annoys me because scientifically the biggest anaconda, and this fucking annoys me, ever measured was 5.5 meters long.
Is that all?
15 foot. And that is only
Ooh.
because one biologist was out there caught 1,000 snakes, and that was the biggest one she ever measured.
Okay.
But the thing is, they've got skeletons of 19, 23 foot fucking anacondas.
Okay, so the 25 foot's not a stretch.
No, not at all. No. I know
the
some
40 foot maybe,
40 foot for sure, 100%. They don't get 40 foot.
but also that's not double the size.
Nah, not at all.
I mean,
Nah.
it's double average, maybe.
Yeah, it's double. I mean, average for a full-grown anaconda is probably like 4.5 meters, so like 13, 14 foot. Like that's the average.
So
But
that's a
now
big
that
to be our
now
snake then.
now that's the average. 100 years ago, because we kill them all. 100
Yeah.
years ago, the averages were way bigger. And I know somebody. And remember that show Eaten Alive on Discovery Channel?
Yeah.
So one of the anacondas they caught there, was 19 foot.
Borrowed from a zoo.
Yeah, was 19 foot.
19.
Confirmed 19 foot. One of the
That's a big
guys that
one.
worked on Kings of Pain worked on that show, and he had to babysit it all day. And it's a 19 foot snake. And so and as well, they've got a skeleton of one in a museum in Berlin that was like a 25, 28 foot fucking anaconda.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as mythology goes, having something like 40% bigger than the biggest ever seen is not beyond the pale. It is, but it isn't. You
Yeah,
know what
I mean,
we're not talking about something that's like fucking ridiculously big.
It's the same, and I'll put it in the same as the build height of wrestlers. If you're 6'4", you'll be billed as a 6'7" man.
Yeah.
And it's believable on screen because nobody's standing next to you and measuring you. You're a big motherfucker, so you're gonna look like a big motherfucker. So if you amp it up by a few feet, you're still a big cunt.
And let's face it,
motherfucker.
they were trying to sell this anaconda as being a man-eater. That's true of anacondas.
Yeah, on very rare
occasions, but it's happened.
Oh yeah.
So it's not beyond the pale.
No, it's not.
It's not like you're talking about a fucking a shrew that's all of a sudden hunting man.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. No, anacondas. I mean, the only real confirmed snake that has eaten a human being is the reticulated python, and there are confirmed reports, like confirmed 100% they have eaten human beings. But the thing is,
that might have a lot to do with just the culture around it, because a lot of people might go missing in the Amazon and they just don't get reported.
100%. Like, but the thing with anacondas, reticulated pythons get longer than anacondas, but they're like half as wide and as heavy. So if like a 20-foot reticulated python would have the same girth as a 14-foot anaconda. So anacondas 100%. And the thing is, it's not confirmed that anacondas have killed humans and eaten people because nobody's filmed it cutting out. Like, so.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It wasn't a documentary?
Yeah. Wait, that's news to me. No, but that's the fucked up thing. It's only confirmed if it's like fully filmed and a scientist has cut the body out. Like 100% anacondas have consumed human beings. 100 fucking %.
Yeah, I mean, anecdotal evidence is just that, anecdotal. But if they start stacking up, you got to pay attention, right?
Yeah,
you gotta pay attention.
100%. And you look at like a big diet of the anaconda is capybara, the biggest rodent in the planet. It's like a guinea pig that's like the size of a pig.
Yeah.
They swallow capybara. Capybaras weigh excess of 50 kilograms, but the girth of a capybara is as thick as a man.
Yeah.
If you can get a capybara down, you can get a human down.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
So much about that movie that's just fascinating to me. One of the things, like, because we kind of get into that point in the movie where, things have gone bad. They've got this massive ass snake. Paul Sarong's tried to fucking attack it. Eric Stoltz has woken up from his convenient Hollywood coma, stabbed him with a dart. He's disappeared, right?
He fell into the water unconscious.
He fell into the water unconscious, and then you just hear this one little clip from Ice Cube saying, "Damn, the dart fell out."
Yeah.
He's also face down in water. Yeah. So he should have drowned, but somehow he was able to outrun the boat.
Yeah, and arrive at this fucking
and
place.
know that they were going to arrive there.
Yep.
Right. But also the whole predicament of the whole movie is because they lost fuel when the Anaconda did its first attack. When
It
was fishing
tail
for it.
whipped.
It tail whipped a bunch of barrels of fucking fuel into the water.
Yep.
And they didn't pick them back out.
Well, I don't know about you, but isn't oil more viscous and thicker than water and more buoyant? Wouldn't the barrels have floated?
Yeah, they could have picked them up.
Yeah.
And so now the whole thing is to try and get this dude to a hospital. And so that's why they trust Paul Cerrone to take him through a shortcut. That's why
right.
they blew
They
up that
blew up the
wall
dam.
full of well, it's not really a dam. It's just a wall.
It's just a wall blocking a
It's a
tributary.
wall, and
Yeah.
it's full of snakes for some reason. And one of them attacks the dude's finger.
Oh
you know?
fuck! Yeah, that's another great scene as well because like they blow up this wall of logs, and I remember they used that scene in the trailer when they're in the water, and Owen Wilson's like, "No, I'm serious. There's something down there," and Cerrone's like, shrugs it off like, "Yeah, I know," and he's like, "No, I'm serious," and Paul Cerrone's like, "No, I'm serious too." Like he knows there's something fucking down there. And then all the snakes land on the. That's I crack up every time when that happens. All the snakes land on the boat, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck, there's all these snakes." And then you just see Mateo with a big hose just walk in, just spraying everyone's feet and shit, like spraying all the baby snakes, all the snakes off. And then one just appears on Westridge's hand, just biting him.
Yeah.
Like
And he's all upset about it.
another fun fact: they auctioned off that puppet on
really?
this prop site, and I'd missed out on it. It's like it
Oh,
was
that'd
just
be
it was the
sick to
puppet
have.
of that baby anaconda, and it had like all the wires and stuff. I was like,
that'd
oh
be sick.
fucking damn!
So just sort of bring it back in. Like, so we now got like these stories that are interlacing together. So we've got these guys that they want to film these people of the mist.
Yep.
Right? And then they meet a guy who's got an ulterior motive, but he's seen the people of the mist, and they kind of trust him to take them to him.
Yep.
Then all the shit goes haywire. So now the plan of theirs has changed to get fuel and get to a hospital.
Yep.
And then he suggests the same route that he did before. Did you notice that scene?
Yeah. Well,
How like he says like, oh, we go through here, it's a shortcut, we shave off
Yeah.
however many days or whatever, and
using his
J-Lo's-
knife on the map,
and
which is
J-Lo's like, that's the path you suggested the other time.
yeah. Well, down a river that you said that you know. But the thing is, like, after all this shit's happened, and Gary Owen Wilson's character comes into it, and he's like, well, we still got the same thing. Take Professor Cal to the hospital, the quickest route possible.
But salvage something.
Salvage something. Why not on the way have this guy catch a fucking giant snake, which hasn't been seen before on camp, which it has 100%. Like it's not hard to catch a fucking anaconda.
But also, this is what I was about to bring up, because you know how the whole way when they're driving through the Amazon, every now and then you see these totems, and they are totems of the Shirashama that they're trying to film, who worship the snakes.
It maybe not, because Professor Cal goes when Cerrone's talking about the waterfall, and then you come to a big waterfall surrounded by warrior snakes, and he's like, yeah, it's a legend of the Shirashamu, and then Professor Cal goes, that's a legend of the Moku people. And Cerrone goes, also the Shirashama. And Professor Cal goes, not to my knowledge.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Because I was under a whole false impression that... Because at the end of the movie, again with that convenient coma, Dr. Cale wakes up just in time for all the drama to be over.
Yep.
And whatever, and they meet the Shirashama at the end. And
Yep.
in my mind, I'm thinking like, all right, these are guys that worshiping snakes. They've just killed their gods, and now they're going to try and film them again, right?
Yeah. So, as far as like my understanding goes, that whole spiel that Cerrone said about the
bullshit.
What was a legend of the Moku, not the Shirashama.
Oh, okay, so he wasn't steering them to the Shirashama,
No.
even though they ended up finding them. They're not the ones that worship snakes.
No.
Oh.
I think those totem
I thought
poles.
these guys were absolute assholes. They'd literally just blown up their god in a massive smokestack, and then put an axe through its head.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden it's peaceful. These people coming out probably to see what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Because they just heard an explosion in the middle of the Amazon, right?
Yeah, not a fucking rain of bows of fucking arrows flying to them because they've just literally killed the things that they worship.
Yeah, but they just come out peacefully on these little boats. It's like, oh, that seems weird.
Yeah.
These guys literally just torch their god.
Yeah, yeah. It comes. Oh, actually, that's another fucking cool thing. The sound that the anaconda makes, anacondas
That
obviously don't make the
squeal,
sound. Yeah. The guy that did the fucking sound of that snake, like the voice of that snake, he was the voice of like heaps of horror movies. Like I'm not too sure, but things like Pinhead, Hellraiser and stuff like that. He did the voice of like the sound effects of like heaps of horror things.
Oh, it's not James Earl Jones, is it?
Nah, that would
as the snake.
yeah. No, it would have been a lot more baritone than that.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. That would have been the best cameo ever. Starring James Earl Jones as Anaconda.
As the Anaconda.
Yeah, but I can't believe how it ends. But we haven't talked about the main fuck up that whole movie did, which is the waterfall scene.
The waterfall scene.
One of the coolest scenes, by the way, because it just looks stunning. And I want to go to that waterfall wherever it was. It looks amazing.
So that waterfall, and that's the best death scene when it's up the water and he falls and it gets him upside down.
Yeah, and it looks huge at that point.
Yeah, see, that's what I didn't, because when I saw that, I was like, that ain't a 25-foot snake. That's a 40-foot fucking snake.
Huge, yeah.
So I was kind of like, when does the warrior snake and the queen snake kind of which one's which?
Just after that scene, because she shoots it in the fucking head.
Yeah, exactly. She killed it. So how's it coming back? But there might be warrior snakes,
Yeah.
But that waterfall scene wasn't in the Amazon. That was done at the Californian, what's it called? This Botanical Gardens in California, which I filmed at.
Is that the same one that Ace Ventura was filmed at as well?
Yes.
All right, fair
enough. The Arboretorium.
That makes a bunch of sense now.
Yeah, the Arboretorium. And when I was filming Kings of Pain, they flew me to that place, and we were doing pickup scenes there. And I remember walking out and looking at the river and shit, and recognizing landmarks, going, this is the scene from this bit of Anaconda, because a lot of it was filmed in the Rio Negro in the Amazon, but then they did a lot of scenes at this Arboretorium.
Yeah.
And the fucked up thing, because I got a few photos of myself there, the annoying thing is the water was covered with this green algae, right? Just covered. So it didn't look like the water from when they filmed Anaconda, because there was this algal bloom. And that annoyed me so much. I was like, damn, I want to see that black water. But that waterfall scene stuff.
So they filmed this scene, and it's shot pretty well. It's pretty gorgeous. And it just seems like at some point there was like one panel in the storyboard that they forgot to film, which was the boat leaving the waterfall.
Yeah.
And so you should have just done it straight to the microphone.
I should have done it.
So they didn't film the one leaving, and so someone thought, hey, you know what? Let's just reverse it.
Oh, fuck. I've
Even though there's a waterfall in the shot, no one's going to notice that it's going backwards.
Man.
And it's still in the fucking Blu-ray edit.
It made it to fucking, whoever was editing that and did that. So there's a scene, so they get banked on like a beach, they get beached, all right? And then they get out of it, they rig some ropes and shit, and then you see there's this one shot of the riverboat moving away, so it's unbeached itself. But what they've done is they've just put that entire scene of them being beached in reverse. So the waterfall's going backwards.
It's going up.
Up.
It's going up the waterfall.
Yeah.
And I remember I was catching that on the VHS version as kids.
Yeah.
And being like, there is no fucking way.
Yeah.
There's no. And then
how do you miss that in
every
editing?
release since then, the DVD and the Blu-ray, they still have it
in there. Of course,
yeah,
100%. It's still in there.
Yeah,
it's
the version I watched the other night still had it in it. It's crazy.
It's like, who the fuck edited that and thought that they could get away with that? Like,
God bless him. It's somebody trying to pull something over someone else's eyes,
but as if the executives, from Universal, were sitting there watching that and going, "Wait a minute."
It speaks volumes.
And they would have just gone, "Oh, see, Amazon, that shit happens." The waterfall's gone reverse.
You never know. You don't know what it's like at the jungle.
Yeah, all these network executives going, "Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, jungle backwards. Yep, water goes up."
Yeah, the fucking trees shrink.
Oh, and another thing as well, when Cerrone traps them and they're tied up and shit, and he pours the monkey blood on them. Because blood attracts anacondas, apparently, because they're like sharks, which is a load of bullshit.
No, they're attracted to heat, aren't they?
They're opportunistic. anacondas don't prey on monkeys. Monkeys are way too agile, but anaconda will eat a monkey if it could catch it. Anaconda's not going to slither after a
Yeah,
monkey.
if there was a monkey like in a wheelchair rolling around,
Exactly.
it'll take it.
If it's having a drink and the anaconda just happened to be there, it'll grab the monkey. But
we all would.
But yeah, but that blood, it was purple. He throws the blood. It's like fucking purple.
Yeah, it
that
does
was
look weird.
that was made from grape jelly powder.
Okay.
And so you watch. It's like a dark purple, like those fucking things that grape shit that we were drinking just before.
Yeah. Those red cherry things.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know.
But that is still one of the coolest scenes in the movie, like when the snake goes across that dusty floor.
Yeah.
The CGI is actually really good in that. I
Really
expected
good.
it to look terrible, and there are scenes that do look terrible. I'm
but
not going to defend the whole thing.
what-
you know what? The
what's-
scenes with the animatronics actually look a little bit worse.
There are a few, yeah.
Because that snake's head looks fucking hilarious.
What they actually did is because green anacondas have very round eyes. They made the eyes on the animatronic anaconda slightly slant to make it look a bit more evil.
He's got eyebrows.
Yeah, exactly. But that anaconda apparently, like the T-Rex, animatronic T-Rex in Jurassic Park used to do its own shit sometimes. That anaconda, there's one scene where it's flipping out by itself and they left it in the movie.
Oh,
It
that's
used to
cool.
do its own and the it might be the 40-foot anaconda animatronics actually at one of some university museum in the States. And they've got like the tail bit removed, so you can see every little bit that was involved in that.
I've seen them. They're both together.
Yeah.
And you can see like the red design, which was obviously the queen snake or whatever, and the warrior snake, the greener one.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they're half stripped.
Yeah.
And it's just a shit show of
Crazy,
cables.
ho.
And it's like, God bless these guys for fucking
It's-
engineering that stuff.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where most of their budget went. That would have cost them millions and
Yeah, I
millions
think
of dollars.
something like 3 million per snake or something.
Shit.
Like, yeah, and then you add the CGI into that as well. It's like, but I tell you what,
And
that
the
was
cast and the music. They would like this guy would have been in high demand to make that music.
For sure.
He would have cashed a good check for that.
for sure. Like, Anaconda's one of those movies that like it got a really bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes and shit like
Which
that.
wasn't around back then, but the critics,
The
definitely,
critic-
they
but-
bagged the shit
but
out
it's
of
a-
it. But it was a blockbuster success.
Exactly, blockbuster success and a cult
Box office, I
hit.
should say,
Box
yeah.
office,
Yeah.
not block hit, fucking cult classic.
Absolutely.
You know?
So much so that they do what all cult classics do and fuck up the sequels.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
and
always
actually,
gonna
I don't
happen.
want to get into the because I want to do a whole other podcast on that fucking sequel that they fucked up. They did 4 of them.
Yeah.
What? David Hasselhoff's in one of them.
Shit. Well, let me know because I haven't seen them and I wouldn't mind
Oh,
checking them out.
it's you know what? I don't mind. I actually like it. I like. I don't want to because I actually haven't seen the other sequels because they're just like Sharknado spec. All CGI really bad at that. But the second one, the Blood Orchid, Anaconda's the Blood Orchid, I actually like it, despite all the fucking mistakes they made. I actually really like it. It's actually pretty cool. I don't think they used any animatronics in it, but they did an alright job on the CGI in some scenes. But they did the thing where they make it very dark when you see it, so
Okay.
they can.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just a cheap trick.
Yeah, but I actually really like it. It's not a bad
Yeah.
movie.
So knowing that Anaconda's your favorite movie of all time,
Yep.
I'd still give it a higher rating. God, it's a fun movie, man.
It is.
It's
It's
so
just.
fucking
It's a
fun.
monster fucking mash.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know?
before Monster Mashes became Sharknadoes and
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Before
where
they took it too
were
far.
Yeah, it
And
was
this is only what 5 years after Jurassic Park as well.
Yep.
So and
I'm not going to compare it to Jurassic Park because that's a masterpiece. But
Yeah.
they did something great.
well,
with that
that's the
movie.
thing with Anaconda, and like the reason why I love it so much is because it is not so fucking far out there where there's giant. Like they didn't bring dinosaurs back to life. They didn't. It's an animal that exists. We know exists, still exists. That's it's blown out of proportion a little bit, quite a bit, but not unbelievably. You know,
And also, let's face it, if you were a bunch of amateurs that have never really explored the Amazon and you just hire a boat and go down the Amazon, you're in more danger than what this movie actually presents.
oh for sure.
Snakes are the least of your troubles
Yeah.
if you're doing that as a fucking naive documentary filmmaker,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, probably.
Like,
yeah.
if it's not Anaconda, there's going to be something else is going to
Yeah.
fuck you up. The people are going to fuck you up.
Fucking
like-
mosquito will land on you. You're
Exactly.
fucked up. You know. So yeah.
It's a dangerous place that they made look dangerous, which is fucking
Yeah.
like the same with Jaws. Like I listened to your last episode of the podcast talking about the sharks and stuff like that.
yeah.
you go in the water, you're asking for trouble.
Exactly.
Like that's fucking. It's a real danger in a real environment.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a blockbuster. It's still a real danger.
100.
It's fucking
100
cool.
I
And it
mean,
did that homage.
yeah,
I liked it.
exactly. I mean, that's the thing that Anaconda. I don't take it seriously. Like, I seriously like that movie. It's like it is my favorite movie, but I'm not like that is the best
Not
fucking
because
movie.
of its realism.
No, 100% not. That it's because of like the unrealism, and because it's so bad, it's fucking great.
Yeah, and those are
know?
the best monster movies are like that.
Yeah, where they're not taking themselves too seriously. They know it is that fucking like a fucking dude that is using people as like a fucking like the Anaconda's not the villain. Fucking John Voight is the
Yeah,
fucking Midnight
absolutely.
Cowboy is the fucking villain.
Yeah,
You know,
fucking
that's
Midnight Void.
what's so great about it. And yeah, I fucking love talking about it, and I hope you guys fucking enjoyed hearing us talking about it. So we're gonna do this movie stuff probably once a month, because a lot of my favorite movies are like movies like this, like Deep Blue Sea, and even Tarzan. The recent Tarzan I really like. So we're gonna do fucking one of these months. And Scott's gonna be here as well, because Scott's
I'll chime in with some bullshit.
yeah, exactly. And it's great just like pinging off each other and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen Anaconda, fucking watch it. It's a masterpiece. And they're going to do a reboot apparently in a few years, but I say don't fuck with the Mona Lisa.
And if you do listen, if you do watch it, just enjoy it.
Yeah, don't take it too seriously. Just watch it. It's enjoyable from start to
hilarious.
finish. It is hilarious. So watch Anaconda, and I'll see you. And cheers, Scott, for being on and
Hey,
giving
anytime,
your
thanks.
input. And I'll see you fucking next week on Thorn's Jungle.